My cord is caught on everything, but that's just a product of life, you know? We'll live that way. Nope, I can't live like this. This is terrible. Let's be right now. Back here with Fire Emblem 3 Houses, where war is about to kick off. We gon' kill some people. So that won't be fun. Won't be my definition of fun. It's probably someone's. I mean, maybe Dimitri's right now. Only 2 notes this time. One is that as I've been editing these videos, and it was something I didn't really pick up on in the very first. Oh, the music's getting all. It's getting all up there. Didn't notice my first time playing through the game, or any subsequent ones, that Dimitri has this, the way Chris Agnew is playing him is very cool. And there's probably some similar way of it in Japanese that I wouldn't know, because I barely played it in the Japanese dub, and I don't know Japanese. The cadence at which he speaks, under normal circumstance, he has this very, like, there's a nobility to the pacing of his words. It's almost like iambic pentameter, but not actually organized into verses like Shakespeare's writing. But it's like that in the sense that it does the sort of up and down cadence of it. Like he'll say something like, "Oh, I think that's a good idea," rather than just being like, "Oh, I think that's a good idea." And it's unique because whenever he goes ass blast crazy, which has happened once or twice, he loses that and just comes into this low seething growl where he just drops all notions of that like noble tempo of his voice. And it's super cool, and I'm only just picking up on it now. Like, probably if we talk to him around the monastery right now, he's gonna have none of that. He's just gonna be like, "They're monsters. We need to kill them all." Right now, and there'll be no musicality to his voice whatsoever. Of course, we'll see that when I hit explore. Not right now, because I want to do certifications, maybe. And I can only do that from the screen. And the other note I had was that we skipped someone's birthday. We skipped Ignat's birthday. Ignatz? I'm sorry. It's a shite time to have a birthday, just like with Shamir here. Imperial invasion. Mark your calendars, everybody. The Imperial army, led by Emperor Edelgard, marches towards Garreg Mach. Fodlan will soon be at war once again. She's just writing this all in the little square of the 31st. Well, rip. At least we get to teach the kiddies one time before that happens. Alright, in terms of these, are there any things we would like to give a try at classing people up into? I think the only thing is I could increase Didu's stats by classing up would be magic classes, which would be handy for the res, but I don't know how viable that is. As for you, I could put you up in a priest, but we already thought about why that wouldn't be a good idea, right? Looks to me like everyone's kinda doing alright here on 6 for 4 Mercy, who can't get warrior just yet. Ah, you're so close, don't worry, you'll be there soon. Ooh, and you're getting good enough in faith that I could even try putting you in bishop. But I think your res is, your res is definitely good enough to where that wouldn't give you any stats or anything. Oh, hey, instead it's on our party now, wicked. Ooh, do you think she would get any stats from classing into assassin? Maybe. It might give her defense or something, because that's a bit low. I guess that's worth giving a try. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize it has like a lion's head on the front. It's got beads too. This is a strange outfit. It's not bad by any means, I guess. Maybe we'll just bench him, because we probably have enough characters going on as it is. And there is one more character who I think we will automatically get later that I do kind of want to add to our party. But it's cool that we have the option of bringing Sedith into all this. Who do we have supports with him? Me, Felix, and Ingrid. I didn't know Ingrid. And of course, Flane and Manuela. Interesting. Sedith and Leone. I don't remember this at all. And I don't think I ever saw him in Catherine and stuff. Speaking of supports, we have Sylvain and Manuela up to B. They're max, so let's see this before we head on to the monastery to talk to people.
That Sylvain is quite
You're still thinking about this? Good gracious.
And it doesn't hurt that he's heir to a noble family. I could get used to that kind of life. The age difference bothers me a bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would be fine after a few years.
I think it's more that there's a bit of a hierarchical issue with this right now, if you see.
It was hard to imagine myself with him. But now that I've thought about it, maybe. Speak of the devil. I think that's him over there.
Be very careful about how you choose your next words, Manuela.
What a jerk. He was playing around with me that whole time.
Are you speaking about Sylvain right in front of his face?
No, you're a good catch. It's a shame that you've had no luck with men. You need a guy like me. Somebody who
Oh
sees
no,
your beauty
Sylvain
and
was tricky.
appreciates how
I
tender
see.
you are, emotionally, and how much love you have to give.
What? No way. What are you saying? Can't even tell if you're being honest.
Do I look dishonest? Are these
I mean,
the eyes of a guy who's just playing around?
I mean,
No, I suppose not. Would you like to go somewhere a little more quiet?
As long as it's just the two of us, and the only subject is love, I'll follow you anywhere.
oh dear, Sylvain.
Okay, that was just repulsive. He is
Yup.
insincerity personified. No way way I'd ever fall for that.
Right,
He's
right.
handsome and does come from good stock. But no, I can't imagine we'd have a bright future together. I
Oh, wow.
suppose the goddess does not give with both hands, does she?
I guess not.
Wait, would that mean because of my looks and my singing voice that I'll never find true love?
Okay, you've taken the metaphor a little too far now, and now you're just
Please, goddess.
going out on a limb.
I'm begging you.
I like how that's why she can't end up with Sylvain, just because she saw him being a doink. At one point, she was just like, oh, no, God, no. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever seen that one. All right, let's give Manuel a try at this assassin, and then I suppose that'll be good enough for the moment. Any stat increases from that, we're about to see. Hey, we get something. Luck, defense, one of these. Ah, defense, great.
Well, I'm glad I passed.
As am I. I guess we could, I won't class you in there just yet, but lethality could be pretty cool if we got that for you, and then put you back into your bow knight shenanigans. Just because we're going to have a bit of time before your bow gets good enough that you can be sniper and then bow knight. Actually, in that sense, maybe it makes more sense to class you into assassin right now, because you're already at max for archer, right? Yeah, let's put you at assassin as well for a bit.
I can reinvent as often as necessary.
I won't ask you to do it too many times. Don't you worry. Oh, we're all getting all kinds of crazy arch skills now. What does a sate have? Ah, cool. Rally defense. That's nice. I like how skill. Adjacent female allies deal 3 extra damage during combat, which really just it exists for flame's sake, right? Cool that they both have support skills like that as their personals. Do you have a cool battalion that I could steal? Okay, it's not like the craziest. That'll do for now, though. Let me just buy 1 advanced seal in case I change my mind about certifications. Although I guess anytime I could do certifications, I would also be in a position where I could buy stuff. So never mind. But I bought one now, so it's over. Great. An uncomfortable sigh is how we begin our day in the monastery. So are all the Black Eagle students just not present? Oh no, Petra's right here. They didn't go with Edelgard during that bit, I guess. We can go see what they think about all this. And it's looking like it's time to pick some sides, guys. I won't judge you either way.
I am owing big debts to Duke Garrett of the Empire.
That's how you pronounce that, Garrett?
He is the Minister of Affairs that are foreign. He is a friend
Affairs that
of
are foreign.
Edelgard. He is to her side. What should I be doing?
Whatever you deem correct, friend. Have a hunting dagger.
This is giving me great joy.
Just because you're clearly under a lot of stress right now. I feel like everyone could use a little present to cheer them up. I don't have that much money, everybody, so don't expect one, but know that I'm giving you presents in spirit if you're experiencing anxiety about where to go. Oh, funny to think that Bernadetta's not in her room. Oh, and Annette says, oh, look at all the fruit Annette has! I'm stealing a banana. Thank you. I'm sure Annette would have given it to me if I had asked. Huh. She's nowhere to be found. Tell me where she is, Snuffles McOvercoat the Third. All right, I didn't have a backup plan there, I guess. Oh, pretty roses. Did I give those to you? Or maybe those are carnations. I don't really know flowers. Sorry. I wonder where she is anyway. Must be feeling some pretty extreme feelings if she's out of her room like this. Oh, I thought that was her for a sec because her hair is sort of purple. Whoa, your hair is awesome. I love the style of your hair. The way it like makes a little collar around your neck. That's cool. Hey, Ingrid.
I've known His Highness since I was a child, but I've never seen that side of him before.
Most people don't.
He seemed like a completely different person than the one I know.
Well, we're all under a lot of pressure, aren't we? Oh, Bernadetta's hanging out in the greenhouse. That's where she goes when she's all anxious because, quote, flowers don't yell at anyone and all that. That's kind of sad, actually, that she's here right now.
What does war with Edelgard mean for us, Professor? And why does she even want that?
Bad things and I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we'd have to ask her. That's how it always goes, I guess. You never realize something can't be undone until you've done it.
Yeah. Here's a pitcher plant.
Wow, thank you so much!
No problem. You can plant it here. You can plant it in your room. I don't really care. One or the other. Go do whatever you want. Ooh, what this? Give it smithing stone. Numb.
Hi there!
Hi. War. Airmid pike. People are just not caring about where they leave their fish this time. I don't think I'll do fishing this month. I don't want to break up the cadence of this stressful event too much. I'll just buy all the fishing baits so we'll be able to have tons stockpiled for the next time I feel like fishing.
Well, I'll be.
So will I.
Hello there.
Hi, get bought bait. How much black sand steel do we have? Probably not very much. 8. Okay, that's not the worst. Let's do 1 or 2 things that away. Onion and Albinian berries. Free samples. Nice. Hey, folks. How are things going on here? You carry on your conversation about whatever. Don't let me stop you. In dark times, commerce is a guiding light. Not sure that's something you would want to say. I mean, I suppose it makes some amount of sense, but it shouldn't be really like oh man, bad things, gotta go buy stuff. Hey, Iggy, what are you gonna protect? Sorry about your birthday, by the way.
Professor, I'm glad that I came to the Officers Academy. I feel accepted here.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear you say that, because bad things are about to happen here, in case you weren't aware.
I've learned so much. Honestly, I'm surprised at how much I've grown.
I'm proud of you, Iggy. You're not in my class, so I have no idea what you've grown in, but I'm proud of you
So,
for
I will
your
not
stance.
let the Academy be destroyed. It's important to me, and I will protect it.
I feel very safe with you around. I feel the same.
I feel braver just hearing you say that, Professor.
Likewise, we're really vibing right now. Do you want to join my class? No, we're not doing that. But good man. Earthworm, and some tea, and a trout. Man, most of this is probably pretty rotten by the time I'm getting to it. Okay, I'm just trying to remind myself if anything needed fixing up in a big way. My axe probably could, as well. Both of your bows. A number of things could. Definitely want your training axe up. I guess I'll bring mine too. And your training bow, and Dudu's training sword. I'll do the training ones first, because they're nice and easy to think about. Now, as for a killer one, you'll have a few shots left in that. So will everyone with all their stuff. Okie dokie, dokily. Gatekeeper, how are you feeling? Something's amiss. Oh, well observed.
Greetings, Professor. Something to report. Unexpected, isn't it?
What, the fact that you got something to report, or the fact that war?
Apparently, this is the first time Garreg Mach has been invaded in its whole 995-year history.
What an exciting thing to be part of history.
It's my job to protect this gate, so even if enemies come in droves, I will never let them through.
I never had more faith in anything you've ever said in your entire
I
life.
hope we both survive.
Yeah,
Let's
me too.
battle with all our might and pray we win this thing.
I'll pray we survive. I don't want to go pray too hard for something that is it's not seeming terribly likely. Does this mean another war? Yeah, sorry, kiddo. I mean, I was told you were to be evacuated like 2 weeks ago, but apparently that was all nonsense. So, better pick up a sword, kiddo. They don't take prisoners over in the Empire. Oh, hi. I mean, they probably do take prisoners. Hey, Liddy.
The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous emperor.
Taking it?
I didn't think it possible that the Imperial Princess could ascend the throne so easily.
Well, this is Edelgard we're talking about. She kind of doesn't care about rules. And she can lift a truck with one hand.
However, it seems that both my father and Caspar's are supporting Edelgard. The Minister of Domestic Affairs and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances.
I feel like you told me this once before. Am I wrong? Either way. So where does that leave you, eh?
You must have been making preparations for quite some time without anyone noticing.
I guess you're not going to tell me where that leaves you. You're going to leave that as a fun thing for me to find out. I guess a diptych? Is that how you say that? A diptych? It's not a word I'm familiar with, but like it's a candlestick anyways, I think, basically. Zealous about studying. Someone who's been studying by the candlelight, that'll gotta be Annie, hasn't it? Oh, and weren't Ferdinand and Petra hanging around here earlier? Anti-dictionary, well that'll be Petra's, and then collects weapons, that's Ferdinand, okay, right. Hey, Raphael. They both just dropped all their stuff at the same time.
These Empire guys.
Yeah, not just them.
The Alliance is in danger. That means my sister's in danger too. There's no way I'm gonna allow that.
I mean, we'd hope they'd avoid raiding the civilian areas, but there's no guarantees.
Doesn't matter how many guys they throw at us. I'll beat them all. These muscles aren't just for show. But first, I gotta get some food.
Priorities. Glad you haven't lost all that makes you who you are, just because war has broken out. Well, it's not a good idea to eat when you're stressed out, but let's eat! Whom have we not made food with? You know, I don't think we've ever made food with Sate, have we? For the one that's coming. Let's get some luck going on here. I could use a bit of luck. I feel like things are about to take an unlucky turn. All around.
I have a little culinary skill, but keep your expectations modest.
I would ask that you do the same for me, friend. I don't know why we're cooking this jelly in a pan. I guess that makes enough sense. I've never made jelly before, least of all in a pan, but you agree? You agree that you've never made it either? Great, a new experience for both of us. That's fun. We're all gonna be getting a few more crits and probably taking a few less. Here's your dictionary, buddy. There you are. Oh, I've just gotten up to support with her. Hi. We're gonna have a nice heart-to-heart before she decides that she might not want to fight with us. Just a farewell heart-to-heart. Hey, Tatu.
His Highness calls for the head of Edelgard. For me, that is cause enough to fight.
Oh, that's nice. Man, you look taller than usual. Are you like floating? I guess you're always been pretty tall. Well, maybe we can find different things that motivate us. That I guess is against the teaching of the goddess. You're truly all right with that?
The hatred of His Highness is also my hatred. Any other feelings I may have are irrelevant.
That's quite a face you're pulling.
And if Edelgard
Good to know.
was responsible in any way for the tragedy of Duskur, that is something I cannot ignore.
All right, that's a little
If that
more
is the
justified.
case, then she is my enemy.
Okay, are you looking at it? Okay, it's not your thing, introduction to magic. Your perfume?
That is
Okay. I guess Tiju is just, he just normally doesn't stand this tall, like back arched and all that, and that's why he looks taller. He's normally like, he's normally standing with like a more neutral stance like she is right now, I guess. Anyway, sorry, he just suddenly looked taller to me and it was really distracting. Hey, Hilda!
You'll battle Edelgard, right? Good luck. Me?
Uh,
Oh, I'm going to run away. I have zero interest in dying here, thank you very much.
okay. That's fair enough. I was gonna try and avoid fighting Edelgard if I could help it. I'd rather fight all the henchmen while someone else fights Edelgard, but I guess you're right. It's gonna have to tussle with that at some point. Book recording the history of the String people probably belongs to someone who has ties with String. It's either Sylvain or Felix. I forget whose territory is closer.
Things must be pretty crazy in Fargus about now. My father must be beside himself. I don't get it. Why did Edelgard make enemies with the nobles?
Well, she made enemies with all levels of society and all the factions that are not hers. For the sake of her ideals.
Ideals she believed in so much, she was willing to start a war over them? Those must be some lofty ideals, to say the least.
Well, when have you ever known her to be understated?
I hope this all gets sorted out quickly and safely. I'm worried about my father.
Yeah, well, I mean, your father's treatment of your brother did kind of lead to a lot of the problems with you, so I don't know. Maybe he could he could get beaten up a little just for karmic reasons, but okay, fair enough, you're worried. Is this your String thing?
Oh, that's mine. Oh, thanks, Professor. You really saved the day.
Nope, just I brought it 1 foot from that table over there to your hand. I had some idea you might leave without it. I don't think it's really worth all that that hype that you were giving me.
Once the Imperial army reaches the monastery, we'll have no choice but to fight.
You guys can still run. I'm not gonna keep you here.
What's going to happen to us?
Death. Worse. I don't know. I can't say for sure.
Oh, well, we'll just have to try our best.
Is this your diptych?
Oh, that! I thought it was gone for good. How did you know it was mine?
Who else would have been studying in the dining hall at night and left a candle there? Lawrence, how you feeling about all this?
The Empire's aggression cannot stand. But if we are going to attack them now, we must be honest with ourselves about our chances of success.
Yes, I don't think we should hold anything back from the people who we're convincing to fight.
It goes without saying that I will fight the Imperial army with everything I have for as long as I am able.
I guess I could say the same about myself, but
But House Gloucester's territory is adjacent to Imperial lands. Let us proceed with caution.
You'll be among the first to be invaded. That will be quite a big thing, won't it? Hey, Dorothea.
Edelgard became emperor and raised an army, huh? Who knew the kid had it in her?
Yeah, I know. Sometimes you have tea with someone and you just don't even imagine that you're going to be fighting them on the battlefield in the next 5 months.
I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be emperor eventually, but the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win.
Well, you're free to choose whichever side you prefer. Us or her, you mean? Well, I mean, that's assuming that Dorothy is part of us right now, which I think people are still deciding. Us or her, you mean?
But would it really be okay for Edelgard to win?
I mean, that's really not a fair hypothetical, because we're gonna do all we can to prevent it, and if we fail, we'll be dead anyways, and we won't have to worry about it. Hey there.
Professor, what actually happened last month?
Ah, well, okay, so...
At all.
Flame Emperor stormed the Holy Tomb, at which point her mask got taken off, which revealed that it was actually Edelgard, so now everything is bad, because Edelgard has just declared war outright. You know, it's just better if you move to a different continent and don't worry about the lineage of this.
Edelgard is the Emperor? And she's declared war against the Church? So now we're at war? What is going on?
Again, like I said, just leave.
I don't understand any of this. What should I do?
Well, first of all, don't change your hair, because it is rockin'. And then second of all, make a hard moral choice that may involve murdering one or more of your close friends. Easy. Just do it. Who is hanging around in the training grounds, preparing themselves for all that's going on? Probably Felix is around here, right? Yeah, there he is. And Caspar, what doesn't feel right? Training in the corner by yourself?
I don't normally have a problem jumping into a fight, but it feels strange going up against my father.
Strange! Yeah!
We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd almost rather fight a monster.
Well, I mean, you've done that a number of times this year, I assume. Who knows? All Shamir reported was that they were coming. We don't have any strong details.
You saw it too, didn't you? The boar's true nature.
Well, I saw part of it.
He's hidden his desire for revenge pretty well. But now it's stirred Well, regardless, that girl's starting an all-out war, isn't she?
Yep.
But an enemy is
She's not doing a half one.
no matter who they are. Don't let compassion for her get in your way.
All right, I'll let it stay there though, just so I don't take any more lives than are necessary. My compassion, that is. I don't think I'll just suppress it.
Okay. I thought we'd all be really
I
busy
wasn't
with
expecting this.
assignments and getting ready for graduation. But now that things have turned out like this, I guess there's nothing to do but fight.
You guys can all leave. No one's gonna. I mean, I personally wouldn't ask any of you to mobilize any of you. Hey, Catherine.
If I could go back to last month and throttle my carefree self.
I know. Can you believe I was fishing at that time?
Now it turns out Edelgard is the Flame Emperor and the new Adrestian Emperor, and she's striking out against the monastery.
Well, we knew she was going to be the Adrestian
with
Emperor.
Full force of the Imperial army behind her.
Yes, that is a bummer.
Gotta beat her at her own game, for our sake as well as Lady Rhea's.
What? Just go to Henbar and raid it while she's beating up our? That just means we both get a destroyed capital. Not to mention it's damn near impossible to get there. Intermediate lance tournament. Oh, bugger! I was hoping to do it this tourney, but none of us are good with lances. I guess probably Dedue could still handle it, right? Because he's very, very durable. Maybe even a net. Can you dodge the knight's attacks and pierce their armor? I guess probably Dedue would be the better choice because he's got a higher strength than her. But that doesn't happen until we talk to everyone anyways. Oh god, what? Oh no, memory card is full. I forgot about that. Oh shoot. Sorry, I don't know how long my camera's been off. I didn't notice it. Ugh, that ain't good. Oh, what am I gonna do? I can't transfer in the middle of an episode. Because I forgot to put my camera. Let's see if this 8 GB one has enough room for anything. I might have to just turn down the quality of my camera for this episode. Sorry. All right, that's a shame. Sorry, I'm gonna be in 30 frames from now on because I forgot to offload the files from my SD card last time I was recording a thing, and I was recording a very long thing, which will go up in several days probably. So that's a shame. Sorry about that. Is this Petra's support she has with us now? Let's go have a change of pace, shall we? All this talk of wars is stressing me right out. Hey, Petra. It's a great time to speak with me. I'm not like crying in my room with fear or anything like that.
Understanding where the meaning is here. When and how is this expression used? I fell for it.
Well, it means you got tricked by something. I fell in love, I fell ill. Neither of these are right, Violet. You don't know this either. I fell in love?
Say when you meet the mate of your soul.
Right.
The expression is, I fell for it.
This is like Pictionary. You can't just say it again. I don't understand what you mean. Allow me to explain. It means you were hoodwinked.
I finally have understanding.
There you go.
Can I ask you about another word? The one that is written here.
Sure.
Is something on my face?
Oh, these are all so sweet. You're so enthusiastic. I admire you. Your cheeks are on your face. They're so adorable. I admire you.
Is that really what you are thinking? Or maybe you have curiosity about the
Well, I wasn't saying I admire your facial structure or whatever. That would just be weird. The mark.
You are already knowing that I am from Bridget.
Yes.
This is a mark from Bridget. It is a prayer to the forest spirits. A prayer to be protected.
Oh, cool. Can you just have one of those, or could you, like, put them all over?
Hunters ask the forest spirits to have safe and bountiful hunting. There are many spirits in Bridget. I have more marks on my arms and back. They are prayers for my family's health and triumph.
Well, how have they worked so far?
Are you wanting to see them?
I would love to.
That gives me happiness. I will be showing them to you.
Are you sure? Are you sure you aren't going to go join Edelgard in like 2 weeks? I will hold you that. I'll be really upset if I don't get to see these marks on your back.
Gratitude for you, Professor. You always listen with patience.
Oh.
I can read and understand the language of but to speak it gives me difficulty.
You are entirely comprehensive. I wouldn't worry about it.
I hope I will keep having your support.
Well, I mean, obviously it's difficult for you. I shouldn't shrug that off, but...
With my whole heart, I have
Thank
things
you.
that I cannot fail to accomplish.
Don't we all? Let's do our best.
Yes, we will keep walking forward.
Unless there's a wall, at which point we will go around or through it. Well, I guess you could still walk through it. Most people don't normally walk through walls, but we're very strong. It was a weird analogy. I took it in a weird place. Hey, Leonie.
What is Edelgard even trying to achieve?
No more church,
She wants
I think.
to destroy the church so badly that she'll take on anyone who doesn't fall in line? I don't get it.
I know, it does seem like there would be easier ways to destroy the church. It's a hard thing to accept.
I just can't believe she'd start a war over it. Not to mention using such nasty tactics to get her way.
What, the war? Being the nasty tactics?
Could Captain Gerald's death have also been part of her plan?
That's a great question that I hadn't considered. I suppose it's more the plan of Solon and them.
Don't you go and die on me, Professor.
Captain Gerald would never forgive you.
Well, as awkward as that conversation would be, I don't know that it's all the way in my control. But thank you, I'll try. Hey, Claude, this must be a really rough time for you. You got all kinds of tactics on your mind, probably.
The Empire is moving quickly. Edelgard must have been preparing for this for a while now.
Yeah, all that stuff about her and Hubert running into town and back and all being disappearing for weeks at a time was starting to make sense now.
If you really think about it, she must have been planning for this even before you got the Sword of the Creator.
She must have been planning this before I got to the mustache. She must have been planning this before I dyed my hair blue. She must have been planning this before I was born.
Of course she was always a step ahead of us. We were blinded by the ball and the battle of the eagle and lion and everything else.
I know. It was all so exciting, and I was thrilled for all of it and didn't dread a single one of those events you listed. Whoa, those two people just had a moment of connection. Hey there.
Those who serve the church must cast aside all selfish desires and devote themselves fully to their beliefs.
Do they, though?
Is it right to wield piety as a weapon? I have never considered such things before.
I think it's as right as wielding anything as a weapon.
I have always done what I thought best to save the people of Fodlan.
Unless in this case you mean wielding piety as a weapon to mean using the church's influence to spread your own ideals, in which case that's not all the way on. Well, I'm sorry you have to think about all that stuff now when your life may end in a few weeks. Cyril, are we doing okay? You are a very young child. We should not be mobilizing you.
It's my job to protect Lady Rhea.
Okay.
I gotta do it, and I gotta do it as best I can. And if that means I gotta die for her, then I will.
Okay.
How could Edelgard treat Lady Rhea like she's the bad guy? She's never been anything but nice to everybody.
Well, you and I both know that's not true.
I just don't get it at all.
I'm sorry, Cyril. Are you afraid of lightning? No. I already asked that, didn't I? There are no right answers here. It's all scary and wrong and weird. Poor kid has to deal with this. He's like 13, 14. How old the balls old is he right now? Too dang young anyways. I mean, most of us are. Really. Gilbert?
There are always small power struggles. Still, it has been hundreds of years since all of Fodlan was consumed by war. I didn't actually think it would come to this.
Most of us didn't, except for the 3 people who predicted it.
I cannot protect the things I should.
Then maybe you should go back!
Professor, if I survive this war, I wish to return to my homeland, to the land of my king.
As the person who is next in line to be the Archbishop, should Rhea anything happen to her, I give you express permission to go there right now. And in fact, that's an order. And take your damn introduction to magic with you. By which I meant the grounding charm, obviously. New bottle perfume is what I was actually talking about. Okay, none of it's yours. Hey, Smear.
We're falling behind. I don't know that we can keep up with the new Emperor. To think that she was able to raise an army of that size right under our noses. However hard we fight, I give us a 50% chance of winning.
Well, I'm glad you have enough information to make that call. I give us a question mark % chance of surviving.
The enemy has too many advantages. We must make careful preparations.
All right. I think that would be wise. Monarch Studies book. Whoa. I've like never seen this present item. Where did I get? Where did I get that? Yes, preparations are certainly in order here, Shamir. In order and underway. Ferdy?
Half of the Empire's 6 great noble families have declared their support for Edelgard. Of the other 3, Lord Vester was assassinated. Hubert, his son, will succeed him.
How convenient. I wonder who it was that assassinated him. So was your father one of them supporting?
Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is under house arrest.
Yes!
His wife is now supporting Edelgard.
Here we are.
My father, he was stripped of his role as prime minister.
Oh, what a shame.
As a result,
I think. I don't know. I guess he's a bit of a
sleaze.
sleaze.
All of its lands. We have lost everything.
Oh, are you still gonna fight with Edelgard after that, or?
What do I do?
I don't know, man. But you better take your oil with you.
Thank you so much.
You never know when you might need to maintain some weapons now that you don't have a house. I mean, the probable literal homestead is still there, but you see what I mean anyways. Not the probable homestead, but it's probable that the homestead. Anyways.
Hello there.
I wonder if anyone has things to write out in the panic box today. I am occasionally asked to attend tea parties, but in truth, I do not care for hard beverages. I have considered waiting until it cools to drink, but I fear that would seem rude. Just let it cool, it's fine. You should be honest with your host. You should train yourself to enjoy hot beverages. Just let it cool, it's fine. No one's gonna be like, what's wrong with you? Drink it. All right. Fine, Rhea. You were the one who asked me for the hot tea party anyways. I don't like hard drinks either. I don't like interfering in squabbles between noble brats. But the parents complain if I don't. It's annoying. Our students need our protection. It's okay to ignore them. It could be entertaining to make the parents fight instead. Shamir probably wants to hear that, doesn't she? It could be entertaining to make the parents fight instead. That's brilliant. It's been a turbulent year. Man, Shamir, you're really opening it up. Steal yourself by spending some quiet time alone. Some years are like that. Bad times help us enjoy the good times. Steal yourself by spending some quiet time alone. She probably doesn't want to hear the wishy-washy stuff, even though I probably would fall more in line with that.
How dare they threaten the goddess? Such a vile act cannot be forgiven. There's no need to worry, I promise you that. Divine punishment will surely fall upon them.
I don't know that I appreciate that sentiment.
The goddess would grow angry with such insolent fools and roast them in ALL.
Man, and you're okay with that? You're like, oh man, yeah, the second one person says that they should be burned, they should just catch fire. This seems fair. Dimitri? Oh, you'll kill her? Well, that's news to me. You know, right?
I'll have that girl's head. Just you wait.
Okay. Would you like to study the government?
Thank you.
Okay. What is? A dusty book of fables, well-loved book of children's fables. It probably belongs to someone who has fond memories associated with it. It's gotta be Satis, right? Or maybe Flames. Hey, Marianne.
Can we really defeat someone who is willing to turn their back on the world just to uphold their own beliefs?
Sure, if we shoot them in the head with an arrow. Most people can't protect against that. But in this case, no. The chances are seeming pretty slim, aren't they?
I've spent my whole life running in fear, and now
We can't win if you run, we can win this together. This is not necessarily true. This is more potentially true, and this is a little accusational. We can win this together.
We can win if we rely on each other. Right, Professor?
Probably. I mean, I don't think that will be the deciding factor. We are wildly outnumbered anyways, but another war.
Professor, war is breaking out again, is it not?
When was the last time? I want to stop it if I can.
An honorable notion. Do you think there is something to be done?
No. I don't.
Do?
She's just gonna do it anyways.
I never wanted another war. All we can do is steel ourselves for the fight ahead.
I don't think anyone was trying to break out another one. Except for Edelgard. She doesn't want that, but she was still trying. Is this your perfume? Maybe your book, Fables? There you go.
That is mine. Thank you so very much.
Don't you worry about it. We got more renown in between any time. Ooh. Ooh, brawling skills up. Oh, I want brawling skills. We could also get some divine pulses from these two, or authority from this right now. I want brawling.
This one?
Let's get this going. In-deck, bow and brawling. What a cool set of skills to have. Oh, you're all golden now. Haha. Is that our first golden one? Yeah, it is. It's weird how it goes, there's no silver stage. Maybe that's more historically accurate or something. Not that, I mean, it's fantasy. That's not, I guess history is, never mind. A lot of people are in here praying right now. I understand why. Hey, Mercy.
I guess we have no choice but to fight, have we? Oh, but why would Edelgard do something like this?
Well, there's been a lot of talk about her ideals yet,
sure we'll be all
at this point.
The goddess will keep us safe.
Hear that, Sothis? They're counting on you to veto things. Hey, Lysithia, I'm sorry this is probably interrupting all your studies.
So Edelgard, the one who calls herself the Flame Emperor, was connected to those strange beings.
Yes, well, I mean, didn't we already sort of know that? She was hanging out with the Death Knight, and all that stuff happened at Remire Village. Death Knight, because the Death Knight was there at Remire Village.
The Imperial Army might be using even more terrifying methods than we know.
Yeah, well, I don't think they can get more terrifying at this point.
Better be cautious, Professor. Any amount of carelessness might prove to be our undoing.
You're absolutely right. I will not take those crazy 30% crit chances that might result in my death like I've been doing. I will stop being a moron for this 1 month. That's my gift to you, Lysithia.
Really?
Umbrella, I know you're not a big war supporter.
The mastermind behind the attacks on the monastery was Edelgard?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Shocker.
That doesn't make much sense, though, does it?
Why not?
There would need to be all sorts of territories and groups tangled up in this sort of mess.
Well, as far as we know, there are. The Western Church is there. We know Solon and Crania must come from somewhere.
I'm gonna stop. I don't really this political stuff.
You and me both, sister.
Mostly I'm worried about my old opera company.
Oh yeah, they're Enbar, aren't they?
I wonder what's happening in the capital right now. I hope they're safe.
Well, it's not like they're going to kill their own people, I guess, probably. But I guess things could be pretty riotous over there. Are you ready, Lightning? Okay. Hey, Hanneman. This must be interrupting your studies as well.
The Holy Tomb held many crest stones.
Well, it still does. We saved them all.
This is the first time I've heard of crest stones being hidden away in such a place. But more importantly, I'm interested to know the Empire's aim. Why would their army desire crest stones? There is power there, yes. And yet...
Well, wasn't it such that all the demonic beasts we fought had crest stones in their heads? So they're probably just breeding more of those.
The crest stones lie at the heart of the events surrounding Conan Tower and the chapel as well.
Okay, good. We're on the same page.
And of course, the crest stones somehow transform those traitors and their captives into demonic beasts. Could that possibly be their aim?
Well, we've seen them wielding them so far, right? In the Holy Tomb, they brought a few, so doesn't seem that stunning.
To create demonic beasts.
Well, good thing we'll be totally prepared for that when that happens, because we have gambits up the bum. Hey, Eloise. Oh, you're still hanging out in Gerald's room. You've been here for 2 months.
To think Edelgard was somehow connected to the captain's murderer. Well, perhaps it's pointless to get upset about the past. My duty now is to prepare for battle. We're depending on your strength, Professor. Crush our enemies.
All right. I'll try. No. You know what? I'm depending on you.
Captain, I hope you're watching. We will protect Garrick Mach.
Somehow I have a feeling like he's up in the pub in the sky right now. He's barely looking at us down here. Every time he looks down, we're just killing people again. He's like, well, that's kind of boring. That's all I did when I was alive.
We must protect Garrick Mach.
It's probably a good idea.
Defiling the Holy Tomb was a sacrilege. I will not allow such a thing to happen again.
But also, the students, right? We don't want them to die.
The Archbishop has already given you a new responsibility. I want you to rise to that honor.
Can I offload it on you by chance? What quest have you got me? We have been scouting the makeup of the Imperial Army, but much is still unclear. Any information you could provide would be a great help. Eagle Eye. Collect information on the Imperial Army. A Knight of Saros would have that kind of information. So you want me to just talk to your knights? To figure out what they know? This is not my job.
Excuse me.
Hey, how am I? I'm, you know,
How are you,
getting along.
Any new changes to report?
Just more tear stains on my bed sheets.
With the Imperial Army drawing near, it is most vexing that we cannot relax and converse as we once did.
Yeah, that's among the problems with it, isn't it?
Thankfully, you have the divine protection of the goddess on your side. Please try to listen carefully for her voice.
No can do! But, I appreciate the vote of confidence. I can't hear a thing.
Please do not say such sad things. I am certain you will hear her in time.
Okay, but, like, I can't.
May the goddess's voice reach you.
If you say so. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. That probably shook up her faith a little. That wasn't the right thing to say. Well, there's a knight hanging out in the main hall, so let's talk to them before we go and try out those, that mock battle versus a bunch of professor level. If we have 8 points, is that right? And it's 300 points you get per, like, points to your professor experience thing. What's 8 times 3? 24, so we get 2,400, so we'll be well on our way to A+. This be grand. Hi.
I cannot believe our negligence allowed the Empire to invade.
Well, that wasn't the only thing about it.
Edelgard probably gathered her soldiers in Garrick Mach, intending to do this from the start.
Yeah, although you'd think they would have been attacking already if that was the case. Or maybe they're just biding their time till the army gets here, and then they'll suddenly be like, half the people in this building will just draw swords and be like, I'm Imperial Army.
Soldiers disguised
Who
as
even knows?
merchants and pilgrims to avoid suspicion, infiltrating the entire area little by little.
Yep, we're basically surrounded on all
I
sides.
couldn't be better prepared. We'll have a tough time winning this one, I'm afraid.
Well, we got one piece of intel. Well, that's all we needed, apparently. It seems the Imperial Army has been disguising themselves as merchants, pilgrims, and frequenting Garrick Mach. Okay, well, I understand. That would be useful information. Doesn't seem like I was the person. It seems like that knight should have reported that to Sedith, or Shamir or something. Whatever. There you go. They're pilgrims and what's-its. Interesting. It's true that a lot more people have been coming and going as of late. Perhaps we could secure new information if we capture someone from the Imperial Army. Thank you. That is quite helpful. Sure. You gave me a shield and an elixir. Oh, thanks for the elixir. Jeez, we don't have many of those, do we? Is that our first one? Gee, I'm sorry. Do you have another one of those? Can I buy one? Alrighty then. Let's get these mock battles going. Let's see how Dedu does it here. He probably will do pretty well, won't he? He'll be damn near indestructible. Ah, yes, and with his incredible speed as an assassin, this will be marvelous. Ah! Thwonk.
Had to be done.
Yeah, here we go. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Now let me do that 7 more times in complete silence. Very well. Look at that professor level going up, and that's all our points. Ooh, did I do the greenhouse yet? I don't think I did, actually. Not when I was here, was I? No, okay. Let's do that. What do we get? No permabuffs. What's a shame. I suppose let's do 1 purple and then all yellow. Cultivate that very well. Well, they're certainly capturing the atmosphere of we're about to go to war pretty well here. I have a very distinct sensation right now that people are picking sides and no one is sure of what to do, and it's cool the way the story does that here actually. So it looks like we'll be heading into, I guess we have battles to do before the army's invasion. So next week we're gonna do this rare monster thing, and then that'll sort of cascade into this Imperial invasion. So we'll probably kind of gloss over this part and then spend most of the time doing this mission next time. For now, it looks like that's where we are at our end at the moment. So I suppose I shall ask, and if you were in the position here of a Blue Lion / Azure, an Azure Moon / Verdant Wind rather run here, or I guess even Silver Snow, where you're here at the monastery and a war is approaching and you gotta pick a side. I guess the question just, what would you do? Because you could stand in a fight with the monastery and its allies, head over to the Empire, or just run the balls away. Go somewhere else. Don't be a part of any of it. Because as far as we know, Edelgard's just trying to dismantle the church. She's probably not going to go around murdering random civilian towns. Maybe she will, who knows? I guess it's sort of a hard and unfair hypothetical because the circumstances of like what kind of family you're in here, whether you're a noble versus commoner, and like whether your family has a high bearing in your faction's structure is different. So there's a lot to consider, but I suppose I'll ask the question anyways. I don't know what I would do. I guess I'm just trying to imagine being in a position like this, and I mean, well, in Byla's position it's a little different, but if I was like, say, a Fargus commoner, I'd probably just go try and head back to a home village and try to avoid the hell out of getting conscripted. Just hole up in a basement somewhere. But how are you going to get money in a time like this? Supplies. No easy answers, but I guess it's a sort of less fun but still interesting hypothetical question to ask. And with it asked, the next video is going to be some more Fire Emblem 3. This is 3 Houses. Path of Radiance is what we're going to be playing next, I believe. Where we are raiding the balls out of Duke Tanis's manor, which so far looks like it will be a chill mission. But bad things could come from the windows, who knows? And with that fun image, oh, look at the pretty stained glass windows here, now that I'm talking about windows. Anyways, let's leave things off right there. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I will see you around. Emma's gonna be out of here now. Peace! Looks a lot like, oh, never mind. Oh, it was images of Basil Aubrey. I don't feel good. What's with the glowing conch shell at the back there? Really, I'm not allowed to just take that, but it's glowing like I can. Found a seashell. Mine? Potted plant. Okay, coming up.